Hello मेरे प्यारे बच्चों. Welcome back to another super quick revision. I know, your exams are just around the corner, but hey, tension nahi lene ka. We're going to revise this chapter together and you'll feel super confident answering any question that comes your way. And you know what to do, right? If this helps, make sure you're subscribed and share it with a friend. Learning is always more fun together.
Okay, so let's quickly check out our game plan for today. This is basically our roadmap to completely master this chapter. We'll start with the super basics, like what even is matter, and go all the way to the cool magic of evaporation. Ready? Cello, let's do this.
All right, first things first. Let's get down to the most basic question. What is all this stuff around us actually made of? I mean, think about it. The chair you're sitting on, the air you're breathing right now, even your phone. What is it all?
So, here's the super simple rule. Just ask two questions. Does it take up space, and does it have some weight, or what we call mass? If the answer is yes to both, then guess what? It's matter. Simple as that. It's so easy, right? From a giant mountain to a teeny tiny grain of sand, it's all matter.
Okay, now let's zoom in. Imagine we've got these awesome, super powerful goggles, kind of like in a video game, that let us see inside anything. What do you think we'd see? We'd see millions and billions of tiny, tiny particles. And get this, every single one of these particles, beta, has 3 secret superpowers. And these 3 things, they decide everything about matter. Like, is it going to be a solid, a liquid, or a gas? Let's uncover these secrets one by one.
Just look at this. Can you even imagine how unbelievably tiny these particles are? I mean, they're smaller than anything we can imagine. This experiment is just brilliant proof. Just a few little crystals, and they can color lakhs of liters of water. That's because those few crystals contain millions and millions of particles that just spread out everywhere. Wow.
Okay, exam alert. This is a super common question, so listen up. Think about it. When Mummy is making hot, sizzling food, maybe biryani, you can smell it from several meters away, right? But to smell cold food from the fridge, you have to get really close. Why does that happen? What's the science?
The answer is all about one thing: kinetic energy. See, particles are always moving, but particles in hot food, they're like super energetic kids who've had too much sugar. The heat gives them tons of energy, so they move much, much faster. They zoom through the air, mix with the air particles, and travel all the way to your nose. And this whole mixing process, it has a special name. It's called diffusion. Super important word, remember it.
So now that we know about these particles and their superpowers, let's see how they team up. Based on how they behave, they form the 3 states of matter we see all around us every single day.
Okay, bacho, this table is super important for your exams. It's like a gold mine. And what's really interesting is how it clearly shows the key differences. See how everything connects back to those particle superpowers? In solids, the force of attraction is maximum, so they're stuck in a fixed shape. But in gases, the force is almost zero, so the particles are just free to fly around and fill up any container.
And this picture, it shows it all perfectly. Just think of it like this. Solids are like a very disciplined school assembly. Everyone is tightly packed and in their fixed spot. Liquids, they're kind of like a group of friends walking through a crowded mela. They're close together, but they can still move and slide past each other. And gases? Well, they're like kids running absolutely free in a giant playground. They're far apart and just zooming around randomly.
And now for the really magical part. How does solid ice magically turn into liquid water? And then, how does that water turn into steam? Well, it's not actually magic, it's a science magic show. And the magicians are temperature and pressure.
We've all seen this, right? You heat ice, it becomes water. You heat water, it becomes steam. But here's the really interesting part. The real magic is something called hidden heat. Did you know that when ice is melting, the temperature stays at exactly 0 degrees until all the ice is melted? So, where's all that heat going?
And that brings us to another exam alert. This is a super important definition. Latent heat of fusion. That hidden heat is actually busy breaking the bonds, the forces of attraction between the solid ice particles. The word latent literally means hidden. So it's the secret hidden energy that's needed just to change the state from solid to liquid.
It's the exact same idea for boiling water. It absorbs extra hidden energy to turn into steam, and that's called the latent heat of vaporization. And this is why, butchos, steam at 100 degrees Celsius is actually more dangerous and causes more severe burns than boiling water at the same 100 degrees, because that steam is carrying all that extra hidden energy. Definitely remember this fact.
So, what's the big takeaway here? The states of matter aren't fixed, they're interconvertible. You can go from a solid to a liquid to a gas, and then you can go right back again. It's a complete cycle, and you control it by playing with temperature and pressure.
Okay, let's talk about some everyday magic. You wash your clothes, you put them out to dry. But the sun isn't boiling the water, right? So how do wet clothes get dry, even on a normal day? The secret hero here is evaporation. Now, it's really important to know that evaporation is not the same as boiling. Boiling happens to the whole liquid. It's a bulk phenomenon. But evaporation, it only happens on the surface. You can think of it like this. The most energetic particles at the very top of the liquid just get enough of a boost to break free and escape into the air.
And there are 4 things that control how fast evaporation happens. If you increase the surface area, like when you spread your clothes out, it's faster. Higher temperature, faster. More wind, definitely faster. But more humidity, meaning the air is already full of water, that slows it down. And this, bacho, is exactly why a desert cooler works so much better on a hot, dry day, not a humid one.
Okay, so let's use what we've learned. Here's a question for you. Why do you feel that sudden cold feeling when you put some acetone or nail polish remover on your palm? And why does Mummy always tell us to wear cotton clothes in the summer? What's the connection?
It's all because of the cooling effect of evaporation. See, for the acetone or your sweat to evaporate, the particles need energy. And where do they get that energy from? They steal it. They take the heat from your own body, from your skin, to escape as vapor. And when your body loses heat, you feel cool. That's the whole secret.
All right, we're almost done. We're at the finish line. So let's do a super quick 60-second revision of everything we've learned. Ready? This is your final recap for the exam.
So here it is. These are the golden points of the entire chapter. Everything is matter, made of tiny particles. We have solids, liquids, and gases. The force of attraction is strongest in solids, weakest in gases. We can change states with temperature and pressure. Remember, latent heat is the hidden energy for that change. And finally, evaporation causes cooling. Seriously, take a screenshot of this. It's your perfect mini notes page.
Now that you're an expert on matter, here's a little challenge for you. What other everyday magic can you explain using this science? Think about it. Why do you see little water droplets on the outside of a cold bottle of water? How does an earthen pot, a matka, keep water so cool in the summer? It's all science. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You are now absolutely ready. All the very best. Go and rock your exams. Bye-bye.